Maybe there's like hidden entrance in that VIP room. So there's possibility of the hidden passage. What was the thing that he was pointing for? Good point. I actually didn't thought about this. So we know that's correct actually in this game. This is going to be chaos. It's going to be like your parents. We're taking everything. What will they do? Will they respect this or not? You think very highly of yourself. You're actually cornering yourself with this sentence. Yeah, I think you got the idea. So I'm happy. I was actually right about something. Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Umineko Chiru. So yeah, we are going to continue. Last time we ended up with Butler actually saying Ekinzo. Which is kind of weird, kind of not, because I guess the cousins still believe that he's alive, but yeah, it's definitely weird. So yeah, let's just continue, let's see what will happen. So yeah, let's just not waste any more time and let's go. Just remember to leave a like if you like the episode, dislike if you dislike it, or if you are not subscribed then please do so. And yeah, let's go. He's like, yeah, they figured me out. Grandfather. In that instant, I understood. Grandfather's probably been watching us solve the riddle the whole time. And he had seen us as we spectacularly solved the entire riddle of the epitaph. How is he here? He's dead, we know. Butler is just saying him. Is his like conviction so strong in him? Does he really think that he actually exists? Without a doubt, the grandfather smiled faintly. Grandfather, who had never worn any expression that wasn't moody or frightening, looked me in the face and smiled at me for the first time. Almost as though he was saying, too smart for your own good. Or else, I've never thought it would be you. However, this was the result chosen by the grandfather's epitaph. So I was sure that he had accepted that result. He grinned one final time. Of course, he didn't use words. He smiled. His smile seems to be a silent expression of the single word. Superb. I didn't know. How should I respond? I couldn't do anything but stand there in shock, ignoring Erika as she crouched down, mumbling with her back towards me. Then grandfather stretched a hand out from the folds of his cloak and pointed at something. When I looked in that direction, what I saw there, the thing I was pointing at was probably the guidepost to the Golden Land. Oh! Go, Ike. Grandfather had undoubtedly said that one word. I nodded to show that I understood. Saying this, grandfather nodded back satisfied. Then with the speed of his cloak he disappeared, seeming to melt into the darkness. The expression on his face in the end was a truly and finally satisfied smile. Wow! And Butler can claim now that he saw actually Kinzo, that will like make others think that he actually saw him. Holy crap! Do we really going to have like Butler being the head for the family in the like whole Answers arc? What the hell? No, I'm not listening to you right now. I'm like, I just saw my dead grandfather. I don't know he's dead, but I saw dead. Oh, I changed the... What? Really? It's facing different... What are you pointing at? What's in this area? What's in this area? I need to like go to the LP archive and check like the description of the areas. I need to go to the backstory. Backstory of Kuvadorian when Rosa was going to Kuvadorian. What she saw along the way when she was going. What's around this area?
じいさまに教えてもらった。
え？金蔵さん？どこに？
行くぜ。見せてもらおうじゃねえか。黄金鏡ってやつを。
I'm excited! We started to walk. The entrance to the Golden Land was right there.
我が碑文がついに解かれたか。そしてバトラーがか。
Ah.
愉快この上なし。
I love Kinzo, he's so good. When I think about it, I was also head that no one saw coming. How interesting that the one who will succeed me as head is also a person no one saw coming. Actually, that's very accurate. I didn't thought about this, like no one actually expected Kinzo to rebuild the family. They just like put everything on him and he just managed this. This is so good.
これにて我が生涯に一切の未練はなし。ベアトリーチェ、そなたのもとへ行くぞ。我が碑文が選びし奇跡を手土産にな。
The miracle chosen by my epitaph. Butler of all people. That butler. So he's going to like follow with his spirit as Beatrice died, he died.
我が生涯の最後の最後に我は真の奇跡を見たり。ベアトリーチェ
Is this his last Beatrice in the game? Maybe.
この賭けは私の勝利だ。
I've won this bet. Interesting. So probably Kinzo didn't make the epitaph. Probably Beatrice did that epitaph, and she made it so complicated, so no one can like really decipher it easily. And Beatrice didn't want this to happen, and Kinzo wanted, and this was like bet between of them. But what were the stakes? Why Beatrice would not want this to happen? Maybe it's because she's like imprisoned on this island, quote quote. Maybe as long as there's head of the Ushiremiya family, she cannot leave. Maybe her spirit is like, you know, on this island. Like she's dead, right? But it's not magic. It's just like some stuff. Okay, I need to like to really like go further with this episode because yes, this is. We are finally here. We are back. We are back in the underground, and we are back to the golden room, full of gold with the big bed. Yeah, there it is. The thing Eva saw. Happiness of Marionette. Butler's laughing just like Kinzo. They are really similar. They really are. I mean, if I would find this gold, I would just like laughing as well. Holy shit, like I don't blame him.
耐食性以外には金に換金物としての利便性を見出すことはできませんね。これを現金化するには随分の手間をかけそうです。
That's true. At the end of the crude underground tunnel in a VIP room, which was so beautiful that it seems out of place. Wait! Is this like... Is it underground tunnel? Yeah, this is the tunnels that I expected from the like episode 4 tunnels, right? The Kuvadorian stuff. But I couldn't be sure if this is Kuvadorian. Now they say like this in VIP room. Do they mean like this is the VIP room? This gold? Golden room? Or they mean the VIP room in the mansion. Because we know there's VIP room in the mansion. Maybe there's entrance in this room to the Golden Land. Maybe there's like hidden entrance in that VIP room. We never had situation where they claimed VIP room as being closed room by definition. Everything happened in like Jessica room, Natsuhi room, but never in the VIP room. That was never the closed room. So there's possibility of the hidden passage there. There was a pile of gold so large that there could be no doubting its 20 billion yen worth. Erika was calm, but Butler couldn't suppress his excitement. As for which of the two was correct reaction to show after seeing a mountain of gold, only those two who saw this scene with their own eyes could say for sure. In this day and age, it's said that an average salaryman earns about 200 million yen in wages over his life. And this 20 billion yen worth of gold, this is. Even with 1/100th of this gold mountain, a single human could live their entire life without working. What is labor? Isn't it the very point of human life, since a person who doesn't work cannot eat? If so, then 20 million yen is enough to make a single person's life complete. And this is 20 billion yen. This would account for labors of 100 humans, not a single human life 100 times over. Of course, if you still wanted to work, you could. Any money you gained as a result could all be used to play with. After all, you would already have enough money to live for your entire life. No, for eternity. No, wait, I mustn't keep it all to myself. I can split it among 100 people. If I could create a world where a full 100 humans wouldn't have to work for their whole lives, just what kind of world would that be? Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
ここが黄金鏡なんだ。
It seems like it, yep.
というわけでベルン・バトラーは見事に黄金を見つけましたとさ。
Baron Butler.
めでたしめでたし。
Wow. Wow. I want to discover this as well. Holy crap. It's so amazing. It's somewhere on the island. What was the thing that he was pointing for? 10 Twilights. Sorry, I will do that later.
部分は少し伏せさせてもらったけど、そのくらいの意地悪はしてもいいわよね。
Yeah, I guess so.
ああ、そこは好きにしな。非分の謎がどういう謎々でどういう答えだったのかという
I am.
ミクロな見地に興味はね。大事なのはその結果、黄金が10トン発見されたという事実の方だ。
Yeah, the thing is how the Peace Butler will use it now. The gold was discovered in a third game as well, by Auntie Eva. Auntie Rosa had also witnessed it. However, the two of them hadn't spoken of the gold discovered to anyone. In other words, there was a chance that the gold discovery was a catbox truth kept between the two of them. Which meant that it was possible that the gold didn't exist and was just an illusion. Good point, I actually didn't thought about this.
しかし、俺がとうとう見つけちまったわけだ。猫箱が開かれちまった。
副将ごっこは時間の無駄だから先にサービスしてあげる。
Okay.
この黄金の山は本物よ。
Okay, now we have established that Mountain of Gold is actually real. Okay. So Kinzo actually have some hidden gold somewhere. He actually have the Mountain of Gold. And that we're like 100% now. We cannot like deny this anymore.
ここに積まれたインゴットはすべて本物の純金。
Okay.
レプリカとか偽物とかそんな騙しは一切なし。
よし、わかった。この黄金は認めるぜ。だが 認められないものがまだある。
Okay.
そうよね。会っちゃったものね。
Yeah, exactly. He's dead. And he met with him.
金蔵に。
He just imagined him. He was not there. Or there's something else. Or there's something else. I swear if there's something else.
金蔵は幻想のはずなのに、あなたさっき出会っちゃったわよね。
Yeah, maybe he's getting crazy. Just like everyone else.
やっぱりこれは魔法なんじゃないのかしら。
ほざけ。俺は一言もじいさまと言葉を交わしちゃいねえ。
True. He was just thinking about him. He was just thinking about being the head. And then he imagined the reaction that Kinzo would have. And then he saw something in the distance and he was like, wait a second. That's the solution. I imagine that's how it happened.
じいさまと言葉を交わしたような気持ちになっただけだ。
Yep.
いい加減にしろ。同じ手はもう通用しない。
ならほらどうぞ、青き真実。
Yep, blue truth.
おそらく俺は非分の謎を解き興奮状態にあった。
Exactly.
それで何かをじいさまと見間違えたんだ。
Good point. Or just an illusion. Or someone was there actually. It doesn't matter really. I mean, it kinda matter, but yeah. Doesn't change the fact that he thought it's a grandfather.
例えばそれは暗がりの子たちに引っかかった何かのシートかカバーで、
Yeah.
それ
Sure.
が漆黒のマントを羽織ったじいさまに見えたのかもしれない。その結果、俺はじいさまと何かのやり取りをしたように誤解したんだ。
青き真実、有効ね。
Yep.
まあ、私も全く同じことを
Oh.
語ったわけ。
Nice. So Butler is on like level of Bencastle now.
それで
And so I
だっ
am.
たのか。
Maybe. Maybe not.
赤き真実で反論は。
ないわ。
Okay.
今
No.
のところはね。
Yep, we know that you can do this anyway. Anytime. God damn it, Lambda. But that must be the correct blue because Bern cornered Lambda in this game. So that means Lambda didn't deny the red. Didn't deny the blue for Bern. So we know that's correct actually in this game. The me, who had let out a strange yell in front of the gold mountain, was finally starting to regain his cool. Now that we've found it, there was no covering it up. I finally thought about keeping this discovery a secret. However, Erika wanted to prove that her own reasoning was correct by announcing this fact to everyone. Yeah, she really is intellectual rapist, just as she says. Yeah, the puzzle-solving game is what's important to her, and she doesn't intend to take any responsibility for what happens after the riddle is solved. A riddle is sort of like a lock. Locks exist to be locked, and whenever a lock is locked, there's a meaning behind locking it. Therefore, there should also be meaning behind breaking one open and exposing what it protects. However, this girl made the exposure itself her final goal, and she doesn't plan on taking responsibility for anything that happens later. Yeah, this is kind of twisted. This is bad. Maybe the True Storm. Wait, that's a new soundtrack actually. It's new, right? The Azure something. Is it here? Azure Cheer. This is new. I think this is new soundtrack. Or I'm crazy. This is the Ansarax only? Let me know in the comments actually if this is the new soundtrack. I'm not entirely sure if I heard this before or not. I don't think I did. Maybe the True Storm to Hidro Kenjima isn't the Typhoon, but her. Yeah, it can like create chaos. She won't keep this discovery secret. She will definitely announce it to brag about her success, and then she will call a real storm down upon this island. I won't be able to keep this covered up. Then in this case, there's nothing to do except announce this fact fairly. I can imagine what will happen after that. As she grinned, Erika muttered to herself. She must have been predicting the uproar the relatives would soon bring about. To her, imagining That was much sweeter than 20 billion yen in gold.
ただ碑文がそこに存在するだけで、フルドエリカはこの程度の推理が可能です。
Wow, she's so smug about this. She's so smug about this. Like seriously.
いかがでしょうか、皆様方。
Wow, that's a new face. Okay. I don't know what will happen. I have literally no idea. This is going to be chaos. It's going to be like... What is happening? Also, why would they respect this actually? If you think about this like clearly, right? Butler found the epitaph. Kinzo is nowhere around. Why would they respect this? I mean, they could just say, I mean, yeah, like honor of the family and stuff, but they need gold and money, right? And Kraus want to be the head. So, why would they respect this? You know what I mean? Like, let's say that Butler found this, say them, hey, I found this, I'm the head, and I have like 20 billion, haha, suck to be you. And they're like, Butler, where are your parents? We're taking everything. And you, little shit, just sit down there and, yeah, just be yourself. You know, like, there's no one to stop them from doing that. There's no one. Unless the servants are instantly on the Butler side. And they, like, fight for him, basically, now. Like, maybe he have, like, personal army now. The sudden sound of someone banging forcefully on the door brought Natsuki to her senses. She had probably nodded off in the study while planning how they would overcome the next day. But what could it be at a time like this? More importantly, the knock itself was strange. If someone had wanted to contact her, they could have just used the internal phone line. She had told them that she would be here. Realizing that something strange was going on, Natsuki shook her head one more time, completely throwing off her drowsiness. Oh, it's Eva, okay. It was Eva's voice. What is this? I thought I told them to lock the doors and windows of the mansion tightly after everyone left for the guest house. So why is Eva here? Yeah, did she like broke in? What happened? Or were we not locked? Natsuki ran up to the door, responded with a small knock, and spoke through the door in a quiet voice.
何事ですか、想像し。夏日姉さん、なんでこんな時間にあんたがお父様の書斎にいるのよ。静かになさいと申し上げています。当主様が何よりも沈黙と静寂を好まれることをお忘れですか。今はそんなこと言ってる場合じゃないのよ。ご託はいいからとっととここを開けなさい。お父様を出して。当主様は先ほどお休みになられたばかりです。何のご用か存じませんが、明日私が伺います。あんたなんかに用はないわよ。いいからさっさとここを開けなさい。
Sometimes all one's schemes and assumptions can fall apart due to the most direct, simple and emotional of the strategies. This is bad. If I open the door, Eva will probably throw herself towards and rush to the study. Now I can't even open this door. At the moment, the phone suddenly rang. It's alright. Both the keys to the study are here. No one can open this door. Natsuki inched away from the door and grabbed the receiver.
もしもし、夏日です。
Okay, hi Kraus. What happened? Yeah, Kraus, there's a problem, you know? There's Eva. It was from Kraus. His tone was strained. What in the world happened? Yeah, they already know. Well, fuck. Yeah.
ルドルフたちが押しかけてきている。これからバトラ君が 全員立ち会いのもとに黄金の場所に案内すると言っている。
書斎の扉の前でエヴァさんが開けろと騒いでいます。今開けたら書斎の中に押し入ってくるかもしれません。
わかった。私もそこに行く。エヴァには構うの。何もせずにそこにいるんだ。扉の前からエヴァを追い払ったら合図するからすぐに出てきたまえ。いいな。
This is insane. What will they do? Will they respect this or not? I'm so curious. Right after that, Kraus came up the staircase accompanied by Genji. A heated debate started between him and Eva. Open up. No, calm down. In the middle of that, there was a small knock as a signal. Kraus had skillfully pushed Eva away from the door and distracted her. During that gap, Natsuki slipped out the study and quickly shut the door. Eva noticed this, and her face twisted in disappointment. But a heavy sound of autolock had already rung out, and the door had been sealed.
碑文の黄金が見つかったのよ。お父様にご報告するのが筋でしょうが、それとも何？お父様にはそれを伝えられない都合でもあるの？
親父殿からは床についたら何があっても起こすなと厳命されていてね。それを守るのは当主代行の務めだよ。そうだろう、源氏さん。
はい。親方様のお休みは何があろうとも乱すことは許されません。
Yeah, good job, Genji.
それも時と場合によるでしょうが。だって碑文が解けたのよ。お父様には真っ先に知る権利があるわ。
もちろん明日、当主様には全てを私たちから報告します。それが当主代行である私たちの役目ですから。
そんなの知らないわよ。いいからこの扉を開けなさいよ。お父様に会わせなさい。お父様、お父様、聞こえていますか？
Yeah, I can see why Eva is so agitated about this. It's exactly the same as in the episode 3, why she wanted to solve the epitaph so much. Because we know her backstory. She wants to mean something. She wants to be the head. She wants like the best future for like her family and for herself and stuff. She wants the best future for George.
エヴァです。ここを開けてください。話してよ。
Oh wow. Kraus is actually forcefully taking her out.
私たちが話を聞くと言っている。やかましく扉を叩くな。
Yeah.
話してよ。話しなさいよ。
クラウス様、エヴァ様、親方様がお休み中と申し上げております。これ以上はお控えください。
When Genji spoke firmly, the two finally ceased their scuffle. It seems that Genji, the one who had spoken for Kinzo since they were very young, still possessed an air of dignity strong enough to handle both Kraus and Eva. Eva put her argument aside for the time being. She could worry about that after seeing the gold with her own eyes. After all, not even she had yet seen it for herself. Natsuki and the others had managed to deal with the crisis somehow. However, the demon's move, which would sneer upon their efforts, was already in motion.
バトラが碑文の謎を解いたというのか。
Yeah, like, that's kind of unexpected. Like, Baron Butler is amazing, actually. You guys actually told me, like, Butler in the question arcs is the nerfed Butler, and answer arcs Butler is unnerfed one. I heard that before.
エリカなる娘にだいぶ助けられたとはいえ、たどり着いたのはバトラーだった。
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what circumstances are.
エリカは黄金鏡の権利を放棄すると宣言している。
Yeah, that's why it's going to like second person who witnessed that first, so Butler.
よってバトラーが黄金鏡にたどり着きし者だ。
If Erika would like to, she would be like the next head. At this point.
運命とは実に面白いものです。バトラ様がたどり着くとは。
どうするのです、ベアと。碑文の謎を解く者が現れたなら、 儀式は取りやめる約束ですよ。
About the murders, right? Yeah, I wonder about this because Eva found the... In the episode 3, Eva also found the Golden Lamp, but the ritual didn't stop. Why?
そういう取り決めであったな。
Agreement is off? For some reason?
そういう取り決めだ。
バトラ様はどうやら黄金鏡の主となられるおつもりがないようだ。
Okay.
我らの主となる者はもはや現れぬようですな。
That's why the agreement is off. Probably.
それもまた運命です。
Or not.
ゴールドスミス教とのご縁で人間の世界に権限して数十年。とても楽しい時間でしたよ。
やだ、リア。ババ臭い。
I mean, if there's like no master for them, then I guess they can do whatever they want, right? So, continuing the ritual.
で、どうするわけ？
And Eva never... Yeah, that makes sense actually, because Eva found the gold as well, but she never proclaimed it for herself, so they also had no master in the episode 3. That's why the ritual happened. Actually, in neither of the games, no one ever said they found the gold. And the ritual happened. As I said in the episode 1 and 2, maybe it was already found by someone. And this someone never told anyone. Maybe actually one person's alive in each game, and I'm not aware of that yet. Like, fully. I have like suspicions who could be alive. Maybe the person who I think actually found the golden lamp then?
リーチェとゴールドスミスのルールなら、バトラが碑文を解き、主となることを選ばない以上、私たちはこれでお役御免じゃないの？
そうである。私に未練は何もない。いつでも呼吸とすげ蹴落とされる覚悟はできておるぞ。
Yep.
待て。そうはいかぬ。
Okay.
そなたの心残りはないかもしれぬが、わらわはまだ夏日に仕えておるぞ。
Interesting.
バトラが碑文を解いたからお役御免では、あまりに義理を書くというもの。
Okay. What's your
魔女は
plot?
契約違反を許さぬが、不義理もまた許されぬ。
Huh.
でしょうな。親族会議を終えるまではきっちりとお使いするべきでしょう。
Okay. So she actually might be a culprit then. If they following the ritual because of her.
となると、ゴールドスミス教ももうしばらくはお役御免とはなりませんね。無事に親族会議を乗り越え、せめて夏日様にお別れの挨拶と、もしできるならこれまでの努力をねぎらわれるべきかと。
あれもよく愚足を支えてきたものよ。
貴様など片刃をもがれた打天使ではないか。揃わぬ翼なら置き土産に捨てていけ。
それもよかろう。夏日ならば我が翼を背負うにふさわしいかもしれん。
Wow, because Natsui don't have like the crest. Maybe she earned the crest by this. Huh. Who will give her the crest then? Obviously not Kinzo, because he's dead.
しかしここからが正念場となる。褒美は用意した。無事にこの試練を乗り越えてみよう。夏日。
Okay. Let's see. Huh. And they're going for the gold. Oh my god. Everyone going to see this. Holy shit. There we go. Holy shit. Everyone will just jump onto this, I guess. And everyone will be like greedy. The mountain of gold left everyone speechless. Regardless of how strongly they had believed in its existence, no one could look at this much real gold and not be shocked.
こんな場所があるなんて。
信じられん、おやつめ。
Everyone was stunned by the gold. The first one to break the silence and jump around in ecstasy was Hideyoshi. Letting out an excited laugh, he clung to the wall of gold, and he felt the cold, hard touch of it all over his cheek. Maybe he should be the Kinzo.
こりゃすごいで、ほんまもんやで。
親父め、こんな黄金をこんなふざけたところに溜め込みやがって。
Okay.
だけあればもう何も怖くない。
It's not yours yet, technically. Unless you don't respect the Kinzo wishes.
どんな試練だって乗り越えられる。
Unless Butler tell you that, yeah, I'm giving this to you.
ローザ
Why she's calling to Rosa in specific? Why she's calling Rosa in specific? She hates Rosa. She disrespects her so much. As the youngest sibling. Huh.
姉さん姉さん
Are they closer than I thought? With each other?
これで私たちは幸せになれるよね。
What? Okay, this is kinda... Eva and Rosa started walking towards each other at the same time and hugged each other as they broke down crying. Ecstasy and shock, wonder and sighs. After stepping towards in front of the pile of gold that caused these mixed emotions, Erika spoke, as though she were an announcer in some show.
この世が金ならこの黄金は幸せの結晶です。おめでとうございます。皆さん、この発見が皆さんの人生をより豊かなものにすることを心よりお祈りいたしております。
脱帽だわ。この島に来て丸一日さえ過ごしてないあなたが
Yeah.
一日で解けないなら何日をかけようとも解けません。
Wait, really? Really? Is that the case for you? Seriously? You give like 1 day for each like thing to solve? You think very highly of yourself. Like, holy shit.
灰色の脳細胞はひらめきを与えるのに瞬きする以上の時間を必要としませんので、そして私一人ではこの謎を解くことはできませんでした。
Like, most of this was probably just you.
バトラさんの功績もどうか称えてあげてください。私はこの発見を放棄します。推理が正しかったことが証明されただけで、
Yeah.
もう満足していますので、黄金発見の功績のすべてをバトラさんに譲りたいと思います。私はここにおりますが、イボはいないものとして、どうぞお話を聞いてください。バトラさんはいとこの皆さんに気づかれぬように、大人の皆さんだけを呼び出しました。
Okay, so only the interests, like the ones that are actually interested in the headship and the gold.
それが意味するところはただ一つ。皆さんに本当の親族会議を開いていただきたい
True
からに
family
他にありま
conference.
せん。
エリカ、
Okay, Butler get kinda tense now.
勝手に仕切るんじゃね
Yeah, oh, holy, oh, wow. Okay, Butler, calm down. I mean, I know what you mean, but holy shit, that's kinda scary.
これは失礼しました。それでは議事の進行役を譲ります。では誰に？
Shrugging, Erika looked around at everyone. After a short period of silence, Eva made the first move.
昼間の取り決め全員忘れてないでしょうね。
ああ、4人で25億ずつを山分けだ。そして次期当主にはさらに100億。
お待ちなさい。黄金の発見が次期当主を決めるなどと誰が決めたのですか？
Yeah, that's the point of the epitaph. Like, it's said nowhere. And this is the problem, actually.
おっと、そうはいかんで、夏日さん。これまでずっとそれを前提に話を進めてきた。
It's been a basis, but it's not necessarily true. It's something that you assumed.
今さらそれは白々しいとちゃうんか。
そうだわ。使用人の誰かが碑文を解いてしまって次期当主を名乗るかもしれないって怯えてたのは夏日姉さんじゃない。
どこにもそうだという明記はないがね。
Yep.
卑劣感。私たち全員はそういう認識だったでしょうが。
Maybe
そうだぜ兄貴。
maybe you interpreted it wrong. It's entirely possible. I'm sorry to say that, but yep, that's the problem of the epitaph.
今さら手のひらを返そうってのか。
明文化されてなくてもそれは間違いなく私たちの共通認識だったはず。話にもならないとおっしゃるのはどうなのかしら。
当主様の碑文を勝手に解釈されるのは困ります。
You have to ask Kinzo for this, but the problem is that Kinzo's dead, so you cannot confirm that or deny that. Yeah, that might be the start of the internal struggle that I was talking about before. So in every game someone found the gold and this happened. Outside of episode 3 where it was never announced. Actually, okay, never mind. I will just like keep something in my head and just like do some stuff on Discord later. I have some thoughts.
黄金を見つけたらそのものが次期当主になるとどこに記されている
About
というので
episodes
す。
2 and episode 1.
当主様の碑文は当主様が決めたもの。皆さんに決めつける権利などありません。
夏日、落ち着きなさい。
これが落ち着けるというのですか。確かに碑文を解いた功績は素晴らしいと思います。バトラ君にも何かの見返りがあっても良いとは思います。しかしそれが半分というのは明らかに逸脱していますし、それ以上に発見者だから次期当主という論法はなおまかり通りません。
Whoa.
卑怯だわ夏日姉さん。
Holy shit, yeah, the angry Rosa is back.
今日の昼間
The
に
scary
話
Rosa.
と全然違う。
同感だぜ。明文化されてなくても碑文を解いたやつが次期当主になるってのは俺たちの不分率で最前提だったはずだ。それをこの土壇場でごちゃごちゃ言い出すのはフェアじゃねえぜ。ああ、フェアじゃねえ。
とにかくこの黄金はお父様の黄金です。お父様の許可なく勝手に分配を決めていいものではありません。
Yeah, the problem is he's dead. Natsuki, you are just cornering yourself with this. You actually cornering yourself with this sentence. You just gave them idea that you need him to meet with them now. There's like no other way.
そらない。そら卑怯やで夏日さん。わしらその話を延々と昼間にしたんやで。昼間の話を全部チャラや言うんか。そらあんまりやで。
多数決で決めればいいのよ。
Yeah, you will clearly win.
黄金を発見したバトラ君が次期当主。私も夫も異議はないわ。ルドルフたちは、ローザは。
異議なんかねえぜ。バトラ、よくやった。
私も異議はないわ。バトラ君は碑文に選ばれた正当な跡継ぎよ。不満ならお父様に直接聞けばいい。
Yeah, they just want money. They just want money. That's all they care about right now. They don't care about the who is the head. Like even Maria. If Maria would find it, they would be like, yeah, we have 9-year-old successor to the family now. Yeah, great, but we still got our gold, so that's fine.
そうね。夏日姉さんの言った通り、
Yeah.
碑文の謎を出題したのはお父様。
Yeah, Natsuki, you cornered yourself now.
そしてこの黄金の本来の持ち主もお父様だわ。だったらお父様に話を聞くべきじゃないのかしら。バトラ君という発見者はどう扱われるのか、それについて決めていいのはお父様だけのはずだわ。
Yeah.
それは
だから落ち着けと言った。
ローザとキリエさんの言う通りだわ。お父様に聞きましょうよ。お父さん、もはやね、兄さんたちの出番じゃないのよ。
せやせや、お父さんを連れてこんかい。あんたらじゃ話にならへん。 ほんまの親族会議を始めようやないか。眠いから明日にしろっちゅう問題に見えまっか。これ舐めとったらえらい問題になります。おう、聞いとるんかい。お前らじゃ話にならん言うとるんや。
Damn, Hideyoshi, you are so aggressive today.
たったとお父さん連れてこんかい。
Wow, I think I never saw Hideyoshi that agitated.
親族会議っていつもこういうのなんですか？
For Ushiram, yes, that's normal. Yeah, that's like every day.
俺が知るか。
腹の中ではいつもこうなのでしょうね。どうもこの場は金蔵さんじゃないと収められなくなるみたい。子供の喧嘩に余命あとわずかと宣告されてる今になってもまだ呼び出されるなんて。
Wow.
どういう気持ちかしらね。それを想像、いいえ、推理するのもおつなものです。
Will you figure out the real reason for Epitaph now? You just go and like try to figure it out if finding the Epitaph is actually something that makes you the right to be the head? Is that like another part that you will solve now and prove? The parents ignoring Butler and Rika and kept yelling at each other on and on. Even though Butler had more or less imagined this sort of thing happened behind the scenes, this was the first time he had seen it. He had suspected it since 6 years ago. Okay, he remembers 6 years ago then. And he'd been able to get a pretty good idea of what this was like by the darkening expression on his parents' faces when this time of year drew near. However, this argument his relatives were having before his very eyes was much more ugly than he had imagined. He was very glad that he would call the adults out here without letting the cousins catch wind of anything. Yeah, probably for the best. Perhaps because everyone was tired out from the seemingly endless argument, they took a short break. It was decided that the family conference inside the Golden Land should be moved over to the mansion. This place may have been gorgeous like a VIP room, but there was no ventilation and it was a little cold. It wasn't well suited for a long conversation. They thought of the possibility that someone might carry the gold away while their backs were turned. But it wasn't as if anyone could manage much with just human hands, and a small amount of time when they had tons of gold to deal with. In fact, it even seems as though having this mountain of gold in the background was robbing them of the ability to make sound decisions. So they agreed to return to the mansion. In part so that they could regain their composure and continue the conference more ruthlessly. Okay, makes sense. Sounds good to me. How will Natsuki and Kraus deal with Kinzo case? I don't think they can anymore. Who died in the first Twilight? I don't remember. Because we had the... Yeah, we had the game in the tip many characters for everyone in the episode 5. That was Hideyoshi. Hideyoshi, cousins outside of Butler, and Maria, I think. Rudolph, Kyrie. I think some servants died? I don't remember. I guess we'll see. Yeah, we'll see like soon. Because the first Twilight is like coming close.
Oh, 悪いな。気を使わせちまったか。
あなたへのお礼は明日改めてさせてちょうだいね。恥ずかしいところを見せてごめんなさい。
あなたは辞退すると言ったけど、私たちはあなたへの感謝の気持ちを込めて第一発見者の一人にふさわしい分け前を用意させていただくわ。ねえ兄さん。
君ほどの人だ。 我々の事情は察してくれると思うね。
20 billion yen in gold wasn't something they wanted out in open. Didn't want an outsider like Erika telling people about it. Of course, Erika had already deducted that much, yeah. She wore an unpleasant smile on her face, as though she understood all well.
私のことはお気になされなくて結構です。もちろん口外する気もありません。したところで証拠を示せぬ限り誰も信じないでしょうし、今夜は良いものを見せてもらいました。眼福でしたので、私はこれでもう十分です。
そうね。
That's actually new. Wait, I was looking on on the text and on Erika. That's a new CG. I never saw Eva with her like fun like this. That's actually new.
10トンの黄金なんてなかなか見られるものじゃないもんね。
Getting to see the gold was the feast for the eyes? Of course not. From Erika's dark nature, it was easy to guess what she was happy about seeing. I thought about telling her to get the hell out of here already, but I wanted out myself. I tried to head back to the guest house, along with Erika. However, Kiryu-san grabbed my shoulder.
バトラ君はダメよ。あなたも一緒に来てちょうだい。
Yeah, you are potentially the head of the family now. Potentially.
君は今や立派な次期当主なんやで。お父さんにお目通りして早くそれを認めてもらわんとな。
それを決めていいのは当主様だけです。
That's why Hideyoshi said we are going to Kenzo to make this official. Natsuhi, you are in problem.
勝手なことを決めないように。
バトラ、面倒だろうが、もうしばらく付き合ってもらうぜ。お前は何も言うな。黙ってうつむいてりゃいい。分かったね。
好きにしやがれ。
It would have been easy to say that I had no interest in being successor to the head, but I was sure that would only add more oil to the fire. Yeah, they would have to like decide who's the next head then and who won actually. And now they have like a potential candidate now, like actual who found the gold. So yeah, that's for the best to keep this position for now. Even if I hadn't been ordered to keep quiet, I was certain that staying shut up like a calm was the wisest thing to do. In that case, would it really be so bad if they just let me go back to the guest house? Dad put his arm firmly around my shoulder, and I told him to quit crowding me. But it didn't make any difference. Yeah. He's like the best like bargain chip now to get to see actually Kinzo.
気分解けたな。お前のお望み通りに。
Yeah?
お前がゲームマスターの時にはいつも手紙が来るもんな。碑文を解いてみろ。
Those letters. Try and solve the epitaph.
解けなきゃ皆殺しだ。
Okay. Why did she want to make us solve the riddle of the epitaph? By solving it, we found Mountain of Gold. Yippee for us. And what about Beato? Does she gain anything by having us find the gold? Yeah. And actually, it's Kinzo who won the bet, not Beato. So she's playing on behalf of Kinzo? Or does she lost something?
チェスパン思考にのっとる限り、人は自らが損になる一手は打たない。
True.
だからお前は、俺たちが碑文を解くことで何か得をするはずなんだ。
いいえ、碑文を誰かが解くことで、この子が何かを得ることはありません。
We have read truth. Nothing to gain from having someone solve the epitaph. Okay?
いいのか、こいつに断らずに勝手に赤き真実を使っちまっても。
この子もそれを望むでしょうから。
Virgila, who had suddenly appeared there, gave me an immediate answer to my question of the truth.
俺は過去にベアトが碑文を俺たちに解かせようとするのは黄金の隠し場所を見つけさせて横取りするためだと推理したことがある。それも違うのか。
はい。第一、もともと黄金鏡の黄金はこの子のもの。
Gold of the Golden Line belongs to her from the start. So I was like right in my like Kuvadorian stuff and like the first meeting when like I said like because Beatrice's name is like heritage, right? Same as Kinzo. And I was thinking like about the epitaph. Did I talk about this on the theory or not? Or only on Discord? I don't remember. Like every single place, like videos, my thought process like in general, streams and Discord and comments are like mixing up together for me like recently. Because I'm like working in every of these places. Like, I was expecting, like, I made a theory about like the sentence that was like about the epitaph, that Kinzo said that he made a contract with the witch and stuff, right? So I expected that the contract is like marriage and stuff. So basically what I thought, like Kinzo first get married to like the first Beatrice, the owner of the name of the Beatrice, and that was the first mistress that he had. Like his wife, maybe his wife, or maybe it's like the mistress that was like from later into the Kuvadorian Beato. And basically the contract is marriage, and he got a gold from her because she was like already like, you know, because Ushiromiya were like bankrupt basically, and she had influence and power, and he got this power and influence from her. That's how Ushiromiya family managed to survive. You know what I mean?
見つけさせる必要も横取りする必要も何もありません。
Yep. Of course. Beato's battery is the golden. She's the master of the golden lamp and the Ushiromiya family alchemist. That makes a lot of sense. However, if that's true, that makes me even more confused. Even if someone exposes the answer to the epitaph riddle, Beato gains nothing. No, to the contrary, she might get her own gold stolen away, yeah, so she's even losing.
なら、ますますにわからない。非分殺人はわかる。
You do? I guess solving the epitaph makes you understand the murders.
後ろ宮家に対する復讐とか、あるいは魔女としての力を復活させるための。
I would say it's a revenge. Like, I was talking about the revenge even before the phone call. When we had like the backstory, when they were on the beach talking about 6 years ago, and there was like Beatrice, not Beatrice, Butler like flying away, right? And he was like talking to Shannon that he will come back and stuff. And maybe he forgot about his promise and stuff, so maybe like Shannon want revenge? Question mark? I was like expecting this to be like some kind of like revenge plot, basically. But most likely on the Shannon side. Back then. But now we have this other person from 19 years ago that wants the revenge. So I wonder which one is it. Maybe it's both.
こいつなりの理由や目的があってやってるんだろうからな。だが、碑文の謎を解けというのにはどんな意味があるんだ。俺たちが解いても解かなくても、こいつに得るものは何もない。
Yeah.
つまり、ベアトにとって碑文の謎が解ける解けないという問題は無価値なものなんだ。
そうですね。碑文の謎が解けても解けなくても、この子にとって得るものは
Nothing to gain, yeah. But she can still lose.
解けても解けなくても。それはつまり、碑文の謎自体がベアトにとって無価値だということになるんじゃないのか。
Huh. Now she hesitates. The puzzle itself has the value for her, not the outcome of it. I don't get this now, but I guess sooner or later I will think about this.
そうですね。碑文の謎はこの子にとって何の意味もない。
That's not in red.
ならばそれを無価値であると極論しても言い返せないかもしれませんね。
Beato, why are you making us solve the riddle of the epitaph? If we liken the witch you are to a pair of scales, the epitaph murders lie on one plate, and the riddle of the epitaph lies on the other plate. Because she's saying she will stop the epitaph murders if the epitaph is solved. In other words, the epitaph murders and the epitaph riddle are worth the same to Beato. Yeah. Good deduction. So what is this? What is happening? I literally don't. The motive and reasons. The motive and reasons. Why do it? Why do it? Why do it? Like two sides of balanced scale. That means that epitaph riddle and massacring the entire family have equal significance from Beato point of view. But if epitaph riddle means nothing to her, that means the killing Ushirimiya family means nothing to her as well, because zeros equal 0. Yeah, but we just respond with the red text. Regardless of whether epitaph is solved or not, Beato has nothing to gain. If she has nothing to gain, that epitaph riddle is meaningless and immaterial to Beato. So it's the same for the murderers, so she don't care if everyone dies or not. Why? I don't understand! In that case, how much of the epitaph murders, which lie on the other side of the scale, are equal to the epitaph riddle in value, worth to her? Think, don't stop thinking. The epitaph murders and solving the riddle of the epitaph have equal value. As long as the epitaph murders, which are Beato's goal each time, have this single way that they can be stopped, a way that she decided on herself, both are worth the same thing to her. X equals Y. And whenever the epitaph riddle is solved or not, Beato gains nothing. So in this case, what is X? Well, X is 0 as well, because solving the epitaph solving the epitaph gives her nothing, and murdering everyone gives her nothing. That's what you mean? Or you make some contradiction here that like X is 1 and Y is 0.
Oi, oi.
Yeah, I think you got the idea that like murdering family is nothing to her.
それじゃ、非分殺人もまた無意味、無価値ってことになっちまうぞ。
Yeah, pretty much.
こいつはご丁寧に予告状を出し、非分に沿うように順番にバレないように次々殺していくというめちゃくちゃ面倒な手間を払ってまで、毎度あのおかしな連続殺人を起こしてるんだぜ。その意味がなくなっちまうじゃねえか。
What's the reason? Is there no reason? Is she just mass murderer? Isn't she like a psychopath? What is this? I flipped over the chessboard many times exploring Beato moves. This was the first place I stumbled. The significance of the epitaph murder. Why did she have commit serial murders in a way that reproduced the witch epitaph? Yeah, this is also the question. Why the murderer would follow the epitaph? And in episode 4, clearly the culprit was bored of this. He was just like going like whatever he wants. There was like no going on with Twilights. Like the stakes were not in the bodies, they were just lying around. Like whoever made the episode 4, they didn't care about how and who died in which order. This is so interesting. Why? If she wanted to kill the whole Ushirimiya family for revenge, it would be much simpler, safer, and more reliable if she just put poison into their dinner. True. Or else went around killing people one by one in the middle of night while they were sleeping. However, on the first meeting, Beato sent us a letter that sounds like advance notice, and then carries out what could be broadly described as the 3-part serial murder. Killing 6 people on the first twilight, 2 on second, and 5 on the fourth and later. We aren't fools. Once the first murder occurs, we barricade ourselves in somewhere to stave off the end for the murderers. Furthermore, we quickly suspect a culprit among us and start analyzing each other's alibis. As the victim increases, the number of suspects decreases automatically, and battle chances of completing the serial murder drops closer and closer to 0. Yeah. Everything about the epitaph murders is full of useless ornament and empty decoration. It only seems to make it harder for her to carry out the serial murder.
こいつは自分で自分の目的の難易度を
Yeah,
上げている。
but both are nothing to her, so it means nothing for her to murder everyone, but on the other hand she don't really want to do that, but she's like forced to do that? So she made it so difficult for herself that less people will die eventually? Huh.
そうなりますね。おかしな子ですね。
知ってるか？ミステリー小説ではこういう非分殺人のことを見立て殺人という。
I don't know. I never read mystery novels before.
この見立て殺人が行われる理由を俺は3つに大別できると思ってる。
Okay.
伺いましょう。
一つは非分に沿うことで証拠やアリバイをごまかし犯人に利するためだ。
Okay.
死んだふりをして自らを犠牲者に混ぜる古典もこれだし、
Okay.
非分に沿わずに殺人を犯し、その発生順序を誤解させることによってアリバイを作るのもこれだ。
なるほど。非分に沿って儀式的に殺していると見せかけて、実は自分に利するように誘導しているわけですね。面白いと思います。
だが俺たちのゲームでは死者が赤でとどめを刺されちまう。ゲーム版の世界ではごまかせても、ここから俯瞰する俺たちはごまかせない。
Yep. Outside of episode 1 where there's no red.
だからこの最も王道となる目的
Outside of Kings of Being
は違う
Dead.
ってことになる。
となると、見立て殺人を行うあと2つの理由は？
一つは偶然、意図せずして行った連続殺人がたまたま非分をなぞる形になり、目撃者たちが勝手に見立て殺人だと誤解するケース。
Okay.
人間はどのような事象にも因果性を求めてしまう。きっとそうに違いないと思ったら、そう見えてしまう生き物だ。
If we think we know what something is, then it looks how it... Okay. That's the case with Kinzo.
なるほど。それも面白いですね。ですが、どうでしょう。この子のゲームでは、第一の番の殺人以前に、
Yeah.
常に事件が予告されている。
Basically, it's not coincidence. She planned this.
そして、明白に非分殺人を遂行していることを示す手紙や、
Yep.
状況証拠が次々に見つかるはずです。
Pretty much.
ああ、そう、偶然なんかじゃない。ベアとは初めから非分殺人を見せつける目的で遂行している。俺たちが誤解してるんじゃない。これは明白な見立て殺人なんだ。だからこの理由でもない。
となると、最後の一つの理由になりますね。
最後の一つは見せつけること。
She does doing that, yeah.
つまり恐怖だ。非分に沿うということは殺人が連続するという明白な予告だ。生存者たちは続くに違いない殺人にずっと怯えさせられることになる。
And she reacted.
つまりこの子は死の恐怖を味わわせるために非分殺人を。
と思うと割と収まりがいい。
True.
グロい遺体損壊も悪趣味な装飾もすべて俺たちを怖がらせるための演出。
Yep.
誰を怖がる？
だからそれは俺たちを
To terrify whom? After hearing that one line which I spoke so casually, my thoughts clouded over once again. Yeah, like, we're talking about Torkenjima, there's only a limited amount of people. Who else would be terrified? Is it really enough to just use the vague word ass? The Ushiromiyas, maybe? Just like in general? There are a lot of people in the Ushirimiya family. There's the head, and the one who holds the rank of his successor, grandfather and Uncle Kraus. Our parents, who have some pull in the business world. On the other side, we have the young cousins, who usually visit at most once a year. This actually may give some... Like, it might be viable for the... Like, you remember from the previous episode where, like, I was talking about George and, like, Eva and stuff? It's possible for Eva for not, like, showing up with George, or George not showing up on the conference for some time. Because they visit at most once a year, so it's not like at least once a year. At most once a year, so they could be like less than once. So like once every like few years. It's not like they all meet each year. Ha! Okay. That gives us some clearance about like what happened with the like previous conferences, if there were any even. Even if the culprit hated all of us, they probably didn't hate all of us equally. In other words, they have made it clear which of those among us they particularly wanted to take revenge against and terrify. If we liken this to a kid eating dessert, isn't the strawberry on top of the shortcake the part you should eat last? No one tells you that you shouldn't eat it first, but our mentality leads us into the saving it for later.
じゃあ、最も恨んでいる人物を最後まで残したがるってことになるよな。
So it's about Natsuki actually. So this is about the revenge from the person that's like from 19 years ago. Because in the episode 1 we had Natsuki being alive at the end. Right? So she felt the most fear. In episode 2 we actually had Rosa. When Eva died, Natsuki died in the first... Actually, she died in the first Twilight in second episode. So it's not working with her. Actually. Maybe there's some correlation between Rosa and Natsuki, actually. Because Rosa dying... Oh no, she died first in the first game. Huh. But in most cases, Eva dies like later. Maria dies very late or never, basically. And always have like peaceful death. Outside of one time. When she was like strangled. Huh. Are there two parties actually? And one of the party hates Rosa and other party hates Natsuki. What if this case? Because like Maria died peacefully each time, and the only one when she died like you know, more brutally, like being strangled, it was at the same time when Rosa died. So the culprit like hated Rosa and killed her child as well at the same time. Okay, I will do this later. Let's continue for now. I have stuff to think about.
俺の好きな小説の好きなキャラが言ってたぜ。そいつの親しい者から先に殺していって、悲しみを味わわせてから最後に本人を殺すってのが。
Yeah.
一番恐ろしい殺し方なんだ。
That's why in most cases parents dies first. So the revenge and the hate is put towards one of the siblings, or all of them, or to Natsuki, for example, as the like highest hierarchy in the phone call stuff. I wonder what his deduction would be. Because I'm not sure.
じゃあ最後まで生き残るやつが最もベアトに恨まれてるって論法になるぜ。
Yeah, basically you. Is this actually revenge against him, actually? Wait. Okay, let's just continue, because I have too many stuff, like, in my head now. I want to write, like, some theories now. God damn it.
しかし毎回殺される人間も順序もめちゃくちゃじゃ
I
ね
need to get to order of killings in every game, once again. Order of people are killed gets totally changed every single time. Yes, but you are alive until the end in every single game. Outside of the episode 3 where Eva shoot you, but still you are like at the end.
最終的には死ぬにせよ最後の晩まで毎回生き残るやつなんて
What did you figure it out? You mean like Bato? But Bato doesn't exist. Because technically, if we go with like Bato existence, then that would mean like Bato is the one that existed. Like, survived the game, but she's not existing, so... what's your solution, Butler? That's only me. So my conclusion was right. He survived every single game outside of the episode 3. And this is about his sin that she was mentioning in the episode 4. She was like trying to make him remember his sin from 6 years ago. And she hates him for that, for what happened 6 years ago. So this is the story about revenge. But the other party have the revenge for 19 years ago. So we have two parties fighting each other and want to punish the other person. That's why it's so chaotic. Because one party want to kill the closest people to this person, and other party want to kill the people closest to the other person. And it's like all juggled together. Okay, give me red, yes. Okay, we're safe. Holy shit. She actually said that. Oh my god. That was one of the possibilities of the scene from 6 years ago, that he can be a culprit in, maybe not like in like direct contact, but indirect, you know? But we have also stated in red that because of his sin 6 years ago, people died. So he's not culprit, but still his actions made people die 6 years later. But your actions did that. Okay. So what actions did he do?
ならなおのこと俺ってことになる。こいつが非分殺人を起こす唯一の理由は俺に見せつけるためってことになる。
Battle always making out that she chooses who to kill next by roulette. But I'm an exception. The only exception. Though she does kill me in the end, she always leave me be until the very last moment. In all of these supposedly random games, there's only this one unchanging constant. Yep.
こいつは俺に復讐を
Yes. Yes, for your scene from 6 years ago. And there's also the phone call from 19 years ago, who I assume is George, but it's just like theory for now, and I don't now understand and know circumstances about this. But yeah, Butler case is pretty like obvious since like episode 4. You can assume that from episode 4 and actually episode 3 dialogue with or episode 2. One of these. The dialogue on the beach when that was about the Butler English and stuff. Based on these two things, we could assume this is the revenge against Butler. I did that like in the episode 4 when we got dropped this. So I was right on this, but this was just a theory, and now this is a confirmation basically. So I'm happy. I was actually right about something. So yeah, about what? What's the motive? I guess I will see in the next episode. So stay with me. And I hope you liked this episode. I hope you enjoyed the next one, and I will see you next one. So thanks for your support and for the Pocket Watch. It's going out.